Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. I just literally recorded this Digimon Cyber Sleuth video, so make sure to check that out if you want to see my first impressions on that. Yeah, and let me know what you think, guys, of that. But obviously, as you can see by the title here, Gravity Rush. This is my first impressions. I'm only a couple of hours in. To this game. I'm around about chapter 9, just started chapter 10, so I don't know on the scale how long the game is. I think it's around about 20 chapters, I think, so around about halfway there. So yeah, I'm going to give you my first impressions, my thoughts, and actually my thoughts on the trophy list as well. Everything you get as a package with the remaster and all that good stuff. So yeah, first of all, we're going to talk about the graphics. I think they've done an absolutely amazing job remastering this. It's not really a remaster if you think about it. You could class it as a port, you could class it as a remake, because they had to remake it using obviously the DualShock 4 compared to a Vita. Do you know what I mean? So it's obviously a remake. So that's awesome in my opinion. I think they've done a really good job. 1080p 60 frames per second locked, which is awesome. You know, you can really see here the detail in the environment compared to the Vita version, the detail on Cat herself, and all that sort of stuff. I really like what they've done. I think they've done an amazing job. I like the way they've made it sort of the comic book style. Obviously, it's the story's kind of brought to you in a sort of Japanese comic book style, but obviously you've got the graphics of that sort of, as you can see here. In game, you'll have it looks like a comic book, which is awesome. So if you didn't know what Gravity Rush is about, Cat has kind of got amnesia, I guess, and has forgot that she's not got any that's of her powers. So you're just slowly learning that and trying to remember what's happened to you in the before you know you had a bump on the head or whatever, which is really cool. While you play the game, you collect little gems which help you level up your character, unlock challenges and all that sort of stuff. And if you get a gold medal in challenges, you get more, again, gems to upgrade your character. That's really cool. It has a very interesting combat style as well. The enemies have a weak point. It's like sort of a circly glass sort of thing, which if you hit, it's their weak point. But obviously at the start you can just literally kick them and all that sort of stuff, punch and kick. Later on, the bigger bosses you get, you have to use the gravity to throw you up in the air, and then you can aim at them. It's definitely, I know this is going to be a weird comparison, but Dying Light, when you first get into Dying Light, as you'll see in a minute, me absolutely suck at this this section. When you first get into Dying Light, you can't really do anything. You know, you struggle with the parkour, you're getting captured by zombies every 5 seconds. It's one of those things with a deep learning curve where you have to learn, but once you get into it and you start upgrading your character and you start playing more, you actually realise it just comes like second nature to you, which is really cool. You know, you can there's time trials within the game which you can learn in the game to slide, so it makes you quicker instead of just running, which I'll have to go back and do some to get the gold medals. And yeah, so that's really cool. It's one of those games, it's a typical, it's probably the best Vita game besides Persona 4 Golden, you could argue. But the problem is, this was at a time where I think they focused a lot on the motion controls, and you can definitely see it. The feeling in the game is definitely that it is a Vita game. it doesn't feel like it was made for the PlayStation 4, because it wasn't. um, and definitely doesn't feel as maybe flushed out and big and expansive as probably Gravity Rush 2 is going to be, because that's made for the PS4. It's going to be, obviously, as a Vita game, like I say, shorter, not as flushed out, and all that sort of stuff. In terms of the trophy list, it looks fairly simple to me, even though I definitely do struggle on some of the challenges. In general, it's not brutally difficult or anything. As you can see me struggling here, just completely missing all the targets. But is it worth the price, I guess, is the main question you're going to be asking. 100% definitely. Literally new, you can get it for £18. So, I mean, in terms of content you'll get for that, what you get is the base game, but you also get all the DLC. So you get the Maid Pack, you get the Spy Pack, there's some other ones as well that I can't think of now. There's about 4 expansion packs, I guess, or at least DLC packs, which obviously adds to the game. You have the base game, obviously, as well. What you have in the expansion is you get a new outfit. You also get a mission to do, and then you get some more challenges to do on the side, which obviously adds to the hours you're going to be putting into this game. Now, like I said, the general platinum is beat the game. That'll get majority of the trophies. Then what you're going to want to do is kill certain enemies by kicking, like throwing yourself at them using your gravity power, but do it 10 times without being hit. Then throw stuff at enemies 10 times without being hit. And then just that general sort of, 10 times without being hit is general, what you'll have for about 3 of the trophies. Then it's just beating all the challenges with gold, and you'll get pretty much by that point you'll have the platinum. Get cat up to level, it's called top cat, which I guess I think you get kind of naturally in game anyway, if you just play the game, which is cool. But yeah, so it's a relatively easy platinum with 10% completion. You should be able to get it if you put the hours in, and you definitely have a bit of patience. I definitely can see me getting a bit of rage when it comes to some of these challenges, but that's fair enough. There's physical and digital releases of this game. You can get it either. I got the physical copy. I like to have it in my collection. I'll always like to have physical media if that is possible. Just thinking, the story is pretty fun. The gameplay, the only thing I guess that I can find a problem with is sometimes it glitches for me. When I'm zooming around, cat can kind of get stuck and shake and look a bit demonic. It's a bit crazy sometimes. But yeah, apart from that, really, that's the only thing, and that's pretty impressive for this game. It can, I guess, slightly annoying getting all of the gems. It can get a little bit repetitive, I guess. But the benefit of that is that you have a fantastic, and I mean really fantastic, soundtrack while you're playing. I love the soundtrack in this game. It's really good. I don't know who the composers are or anything, but it really is one of them relaxing, nice, beautiful sort of sounding soundtracks. So that's awesome. And yeah, I can't really say enough good about the game. The price is good, the story's good, the soundtrack's good, the gameplay is unique to Gravity Rush. It's fun. It's definitely got a little bit of a learning curve to it, but in general, I'd probably at this point give it definitely 8.5, 9 out of 10. Obviously, this review, this first impressions won't be long before my full review. And with being 9 chapters in, unless something completely goes downhill, yeah, I think could definitely see this getting an 8.5, 9 out of 10 without a shadow of a doubt. So I hope you've enjoyed my first impressions guide. I kind of like to do this where I just ramble on about my thoughts on the game at the start. It's definitely interesting to see from my first impressions to my review. Some games are so big that I don't get to the review sometimes, like Fallout, and I think I did Metal Gear Solid. I'm not too sure on that one though. But you know, it is what it is. This game will definitely get a full review though in a couple of days. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, if you want to leave a like, that's obviously helpful for me. If you want to subscribe, if you're not, I put content like this out all the time with reviews whenever I get a new game. I also do let's plays and all that sort of stuff. If any of that interests you, obviously, like I say, it really helps me out if you subscribe, but obviously you don't have to do that. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys in a new video.